Welcome back to Panel Day Superheroes Ahoy. My name is Tushar, and last video, a few days back, I spoke about Vyasa. So this was a book I picked up at Blossoms. You can go and watch this video. Watch that video. It's kind of a prequel to this video, if you may. And yeah, so I'll today talk about Panchali. I did a short unboxing of the book, and this is uh, again like a another book, and this is meant to be a series of 5 parts. So Panchali goes into more of the story, as the title suggests, of Draupadi in the lore of Mahabharat. And what I really like here is in at the back they actually tell you all the story beats, and just like quoting where the story goes. So conspiracy afoot, a season of rest of demons and humans, and so on. And here is where the author talks about like Panchali is the second in the 5 part series of graphic novels. First was Vyasa, and then they talk about the sources. I think which becomes very important because you're dealing with a famous epic like Mahabharat. So having said that, the book is not really lacking in terms of the irreverence that I loved in Vyasa. This is not just irreverence for the heck of it. It's a very intellectual, it's a very smart study of the epic, and then there is a lot of humor. So Panchali takes the same story ahead, and the pages are bigger here. And what I liked and what is something really distinct in this book is there's a lot more humor. I think the writer has started enjoying his own writing in terms of the humor that has been created, and it becomes there's more comedy in this. Maybe because there is not much, different complex story arcs. While Vyasa dealt with many different aspects, Panchali mainly just deals with that one plot of Kauravas and Pandavas, and the game of dice, and then the major event comes towards the very end. Art is great here, but there is something about Vyasa that felt original and beautiful. This is also a continuation. You would read this cover to cover. There is not a moment that you will be bored. There's exciting sequences here. Some things do, drag. Few pages do drag, but like this part, and some parts become a little abstract. And I think the book also addresses that. It has a self-awareness about it. And there is this plot about Bhima and Ghatotkacha and Hidimba, and then there's this whole Lakshagrah thing, and there's a Karna story, and a lot of themes are there. Sometimes the writer goes into some kind of detours, and so you have to go through them. And then yeah, there's this thing about polygamy, there's this thing about Gandhari, then Yudhishthir kind of losing things. So yeah, this is the Mahabharata lore and Mahabharat story that and have grown up with. But Panchali, the book, it presents you some new aspects, and not essentially aligns with all the known kind of readings of Mahabharata. There is different aspects. In fact, some panels I loved in terms of the art. The art is obviously fantastic. So if you see this, right, like very different approach to panels, and the pages become more free flowing in some places. It really talks, it spoke to me, I mean, in terms of the human greed and addiction. I think we all have faced at some point of life. And uh, Mahabharat I love because the kind of themes it takes up, you can always relate to it. So it's not some ancient and outdated epic. It is very much now. You can always relate to it in terms of your life. So I'm trying to look for the panel, sorry, uh, which has a very beautiful dice kind of structure. I'll get to it. And in popular lore, we see like Kauravas being painted as dark, and Shakuni pretty dark. But here you see like it's not, it's like situational ups and downs, right? Like based on the decisions the characters take. So Yudhishthira is not good or bad, Nakul Sahadev are not good or bad, or the Kauravas are not that, but it's the decisions they take, the situations they find them in, and obviously there is some machinations and there is some manipulations that are at play. But again, this beautiful panel just reminded me that this book is about Panchali. So this is that climactic moment. It happens a little before the end. I would like to have had more time devoted to it. Again, there's beautiful artwork that you see here, beautifully handled, but it left me desiring for more. There is kind of a, afterword, and that's where the story ends. So uh, that's the only grime I have about it, is uh, like a book called Panchali. It does not have much uh, space devoted to Panchali as a central character. Other than that, it's again an enjoyable book, Panchali, the Game of Dice, and I think it is available at great discounts these days on Amazon and Flipkart. So do check it out if you are into mythological texts and reimaginings of them. So very good graphic novel set so far, Vyasa and Panchali, and I look forward to more from Sibaji, Bandopadhyay and Sankha Banerjee, and this is on Penguin. So that's about it, my take on Vyasa and Panchali, the Game of Dice, and thank you for watching Panel Days. See you in the next video.